Have you ever noticed that your legs seem to tire before the rest of your body? Maybe climbing stairs feels harder than it used to, or you find yourself sitting down more often simply because your legs feel unsteady. What most people do not realize is that your legs often weaken before any other part of the body, and that early decline is one of the first visible signs of deeper metabolic stress. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Your leg muscles are among the most metabolically active tissues you have. They contain vast networks of mitochondria, the tiny power plants that convert nutrients into energy. They also require strong circulation, balanced hormones, and healthy insulin signaling to function properly. When your metabolism begins to falter, whether from poor nutrition, inflammation, or hormonal shifts, the legs are often the first to feel the effect because they demand so much energy and oxygen every day. This is not just about movement or exercise. Leg strength is one of the strongest predictors of how well you will age. Studies show that loss of muscle power in the lower body closely tracks with insulin resistance, frailty, and even longevity itself. When your legs weaken, it is often your metabolism calling for help. That means restoring leg strength is not merely about lifting weights, it is about rebuilding your body's internal metabolic engine. Many people try to fix leg pain or weakness with isolated approaches, stretching, supplements, or gym routines. But they often miss the root cause. The true foundation of strength begins with what you eat and how your cells use that energy. Food is not just fuel. It is a set of biological instructions that tell your muscles how to repair, how to burn fat, and how to stay resilient against stress. In this video, we're going to explore 6 powerful foods that strengthen your legs naturally and fast. Each of these foods targets a specific physiological pathway that supports blood flow, protein synthesis, mitochondrial energy, or inflammation control. You will learn how simple changes in your daily meals can turn your legs back into metabolic powerhouses. Here is what we will cover today. Number 1, leafy greens that boost blood flow through natural nitrates. Number 2, high-quality proteins and amino acids that trigger muscle building. Number 3, creatine-rich foods that enhance leg performance and recovery. Number 4, anti-inflammatory fats that protect your muscle fibers. Number 5, foods that power your mitochondria, the true source of leg energy. Number 6, nutrient combinations that slow down muscle loss as you age. By the end of this session, you will understand not only what to eat, but why these foods work at the level of hormones, mitochondria, and metabolism. You will also have a clear plan to apply it starting today. Let us begin with the foundation of leg strength, blood flow. Because without proper circulation, your muscles cannot receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to grow, repair, or even function efficiently. Here's what is really going on inside your body. Your leg muscles depend on a molecule called nitric oxide, often referred to as your body's natural vasodilator. Nitric oxide relaxes and expands your blood vessels, allowing oxygen-rich blood to move freely into your muscle tissue. It is produced from dietary nitrates found primarily in leafy green vegetables such as spinach, arugula, Swiss chard, and beet greens. When you eat these foods, the nitrates they contain are converted by bacteria in your mouth into nitrites and later into nitric oxide once they enter your bloodstream. This small but powerful molecule widens your blood vessels, improving the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your legs. Think of it like opening up a highway during rush hour. Suddenly, everything flows more smoothly. Now, here is where it becomes important. As we age, our body's ability to produce nitric oxide naturally declines. Factors like stress, lack of sleep, insulin resistance, and inflammation further suppress this process. The result is reduced circulation, sluggish recovery, and a gradual sense of weakness or heaviness in the legs. Many people misinterpret this as simple aging, but it is really a metabolic traffic jam. What the research shows is that increasing dietary nitrates from natural sources can dramatically improve muscle efficiency and endurance. In clinical studies, participants who consumed beetroot juice or nitrate-rich greens before exercise experienced significantly greater power output and less fatigue. This is because nitric oxide improves mitochondrial efficiency. The mitochondria in your leg muscles use oxygen more effectively to generate energy. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your leg muscles as a factory. The workers inside are your mitochondria. Oxygen is their fuel. If the roads leading into the factory are narrow or blocked, fuel delivery slows down and production suffers. Nitric oxide widens those roads, ensuring that fuel reaches every corner of the factory. The result? More energy, more strength, and faster recovery. Here is a practical protocol you can start immediately. Number 1. Include a serving of leafy greens every day, ideally in your first meal. Spinach, arugula, kale, or beet greens are among the most effective. Number 2. Avoid using antibacterial mouthwash immediately after eating these foods. The beneficial bacteria in your mouth are needed to convert nitrates into nitrites, the first step in nitric oxide production. Number 3. Combine your greens with a small amount of vitamin C-rich foods, such as lemon, orange, or bell pepper. Vitamin C stabilizes nitric oxide and enhances its bioavailability. Number 4. If you exercise, consume your nitrate-rich meal about 2 to 3 hours before physical activity. That timing allows nitric oxide levels to peak during your workout, improving endurance and strength. If this is helpful so far, consider subscribing. Every week I post detailed, science-backed strategies like this to help you rebuild your health naturally from the inside out. Now that we have improved circulation and oxygen delivery to your legs, the next step is to give your muscles the raw materials they need to rebuild and stay strong. That foundation is protein, but not just any protein. Your body depends on specific amino acids in precise amounts to stimulate what is called muscle protein synthesis, the biological process that creates new muscle fibers and repairs damaged ones. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Every time you walk, climb stairs, or even stand up from a chair, your leg muscles undergo tiny amounts of stress and micro damage. This is normal. It is how muscles grow. To rebuild those fibers, your body activates pathways controlled by a molecule called mTOR, the master switch for muscle growth. But mTOR only turns on when your blood contains enough of certain amino acids, especially leucine. Without that trigger, your body cannot efficiently rebuild muscle, no matter how much you exercise. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your muscle tissue as a construction site. The builders are ready, the blueprints are drawn, but without bricks. The amino acids, the project cannot move forward. High-quality protein provides those bricks, while leucine acts like the foreman shouting, "Start building." What the research shows is that adults, especially beyond their 30s, experience what scientists call anabolic resistance. That means your muscles become less responsive to smaller doses of protein. To overcome this, you need both adequate quantity and high biological quality of protein in each meal. Here are the practical strategies you can use. Number 1. Aim for at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal. This is roughly the amount needed to reach the leucine threshold that fully activates mTOR and muscle protein synthesis. Number 2. Choose complete proteins. Foods that contain all essential amino acids. Examples include eggs, fish, poultry, lean meats, and for plant-based eaters, combinations such as lentils with quinoa or chickpeas with brown rice. Number 3. Include leucine-rich sources such as eggs, chicken, tuna, or cottage cheese. Even a small serving can significantly enhance the anabolic response when paired with other proteins. Number 4. Space your protein intake evenly throughout the day rather than consuming most of it at night. Studies show that evenly distributed protein intake leads to greater total muscle synthesis compared to one large meal. Number 5. Combine protein with resistance exercise. Nutrition and movement amplify each other. After resistance training, your muscles become more sensitive to amino acids, which means the same meal builds more tissue. There is also a deeper metabolic reason this matters. Strong leg muscles act like glucose sponges. They pull sugar out of your bloodstream and store it as glycogen, improving insulin sensitivity and stabilizing blood sugar levels. In other words, stronger legs equal a stronger metabolism. If you are someone who has been losing strength or struggling with slow recovery, remember this: it is not just about working harder, it is about feeding your muscles smarter. Food is information. It tells your body whether to build or to break down. If this content resonates with you, consider subscribing. I share science-based insights every day to help you rebuild energy, metabolism, and longevity naturally. Now that we have optimized blood flow and provided your muscles with high-quality amino acids, the next question becomes, how do we fuel these muscles for consistent power and endurance? This is where creatine enters the picture, a natural compound that acts like a rechargeable battery inside your muscle cells. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Every time your legs contract, whether you are climbing stairs, walking briskly, or lifting weights, your muscles burn a molecule called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. Think of ATP as your body's immediate energy currency. The challenge is that your muscles can only store enough ATP for about 10 seconds of activity. After that, your performance depends on how quickly you can regenerate ATP. That regeneration depends on creatine phosphate, a compound stored in your muscles that donates phosphate groups to rebuild ATP almost instantly. In other words, creatine recharges your cellular battery so your legs can keep producing force without fatiguing too early. Without enough creatine, your muscle power and endurance drop and recovery slows down. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your leg muscles are like an electric car. ATP is the battery power that keeps the motor running. Creatine is your rapid charger. The more creatine available, the faster you can recharge your battery and the longer you can perform without burning out. What the research shows is that both dietary creatine and creatine supplementation can significantly increase muscle strength, power output, and lean mass, especially in the legs where large muscle groups depend on fast energy turnover. In fact, studies reveal that individuals who increase their muscle creatine stores experience not only better performance, but also improved mitochondrial function and cognitive benefits. Here's how you can apply this in a natural, food-based way. Number 1, include creatine-rich foods in your weekly meals. These include wild-caught fish, such as salmon and tuna, pasture-raised beef, and poultry. Even moderate portions of these foods can help maintain muscle creatine levels. Number 2, for individuals who follow a plant-based diet, consider a pure creatine monohydrate supplement. Creatine is one of the most studied and safest supplements available. Even a small daily dose of 3 to 5 grams can replenish your muscle stores and enhance leg performance over time. Number 3, time your creatine intake with a source of carbohydrates or after your workout. Insulin helps drive creatine into muscle cells, which maximizes absorption and benefit. Number 4, stay hydrated. Creatine pulls water into your muscle cells, which is part of what gives them strength and volume. Dehydration can blunt this effect, so make sure your water intake is consistent. There is another layer to this story that many people miss. Creatine also protects your muscle cells from oxidative stress. By stabilizing cellular energy metabolism, it reduces muscle breakdown and accelerates recovery after exercise or injury. In short, it keeps your leg muscles not only strong, but also metabolically young. If this explanation helps you see how your body truly works, consider subscribing. I share practical science like this every day to help you build strength, energy, and longevity through natural methods. Now that we have fueled the muscles with creatine, improved blood flow, and supplied amino acids for growth, we must address one of the silent forces that weakens your legs over time: inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the most common and most overlooked reasons people lose strength, mobility, and energy in their legs, even when they eat well or exercise regularly. Here is what is really going on inside your body. When inflammation becomes persistent, it disrupts the signaling between your muscles and your nervous system. The body starts producing excessive inflammatory molecules called cytokines. These cytokines interfere with muscle protein synthesis, accelerate muscle breakdown, and reduce the sensitivity of your muscle cells to insulin. The end result is weaker, slower, more fatigued legs. The key to reversing this process lies in balancing your body's fatty acid ratios. Your cell membranes are built largely from fats, and the type of fats you eat directly determines how flexible and resilient those cells become. The right fats quiet inflammation, improve insulin function, and help your mitochondria produce energy more efficiently. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your muscles as a large network of electrical wires. Inflammation is like corrosion. Over time, it damages the wires and disrupts the flow of energy. Anti-inflammatory fats act like an oil that removes that corrosion and restores clean electrical flow. The muscles begin to respond better, contract stronger, and recover faster. What the research shows is that omega-3 fatty acids found in cold water fish, flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts reduce levels of inflammatory cytokines and improve muscle function. These fats integrate into the membranes of your muscle cells, where they make those cells more fluid and responsive. This enhances the communication between insulin, glucose, and muscle tissue, which directly supports strength and endurance. Here are the practical steps you can use to apply this science. Number 1. Include omega-3 rich foods at least 3 times per week. Examples include salmon, sardines, mackerel, or plant-based sources such as flaxseed and chia seed. Number 2. Reduce your intake of processed seed oils such as soybean, corn, and sunflower oil. These are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when consumed in excess promote inflammation. Number 3. Pair your healthy fats with antioxidant-rich foods. When omega-3s are combined with antioxidants like vitamin E from almonds or vitamin C from citrus, they become even more effective at protecting your muscle cells from oxidative damage. Number 4. Consider a high-quality omega-3 supplement if your diet lacks fish. Aim for a combined daily intake of around 1 to 2 grams of eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, as these are the active forms used by your body. Over time, this simple shift in your fat intake can lead to noticeable improvements in how your legs feel, less soreness, better recovery, more endurance, and even enhanced joint comfort. You are not just building muscle, you are creating an anti-inflammatory environment that allows those muscles to thrive. If this explanation resonates with you, consider subscribing. Each week we explore science-backed ways to rebuild your energy, metabolism, and longevity naturally. Now that we have improved circulation, strengthened protein synthesis, and lowered inflammation, it is time to address the very engine that drives your leg muscles, the mitochondria. These microscopic structures inside your cells are responsible for generating more than 90% of your body's energy. When they begin to slow down, your legs are the first to show it. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Every muscle contraction in your legs depends on a steady flow of energy from molecules called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. The mitochondria create ATP through a complex process that relies on nutrients, oxygen, and efficient fat metabolism. Over time, stress, poor diet, and environmental toxins can damage your mitochondria, reducing their ability to produce energy. The result is what many people describe as heavy legs, early fatigue, or slow recovery after physical activity. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your mitochondria as the engines inside every cell. When they are well maintained, they burn fuel cleanly and efficiently, producing plenty of power. But if the engine oil is dirty or the filters are clogged, the system sputters. Your legs feel like they are running uphill, even during simple tasks. The goal is to clean and strengthen these engines through specific nutrients that repair mitochondrial membranes and boost energy production. What the research shows is that certain nutrients, such as coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid, acetylcarnitine, and polyphenols from colorful plant foods, help mitochondria function optimally. Coenzyme Q10 assists in the electron transport chain, the core process by which ATP is made. Alpha-lipoic acid and carnitine enhance fat metabolism, enabling your muscles to burn stored fat more efficiently for energy. Polyphenols, found in foods like blueberries, pomegranates, and green tea, act as antioxidants that protect mitochondria from oxidative stress. Here are the practical steps to apply this in daily life. Number 1. Include a serving of deeply colored fruits or vegetables with each meal. The pigments that give them their color, polyphenols, and flavonoids directly nourish and protect your mitochondria. Number 2, incorporate coenzyme Q10-rich foods such as sardines, mackerel, or grass-fed beef. For individuals who do not consume animal products, a small coenzyme Q10 supplement can help support cellular energy levels. Number 3, use extra virgin olive oil as your main cooking fat. It contains natural polyphenols that stabilize mitochondrial membranes and reduce oxidative stress. Number 4, if you regularly feel fatigued after physical activity, consider foods rich in carnitine, such as lean meats or tempeh. Carnitine acts as a shuttle, moving fatty acids into the mitochondria where they can be converted into usable energy. Number 5, support your mitochondria with adequate sleep and consistent movement. Mitochondria respond to stress and recovery cycles. When you move regularly and rest deeply, they multiply and become stronger, a process known as mitochondrial biogenesis. Over time, when your mitochondria are well nourished, you will notice a remarkable difference in your legs, greater stamina, faster recovery, and a more consistent sense of energy throughout the day. Your muscles are no longer fighting for fuel. They are powered by clean, efficient energy production at the cellular level. If this makes sense so far, consider subscribing. I share insights like this every week to help you rebuild strength and vitality from the inside out. At this point, we have covered blood flow, protein synthesis, energy production, and inflammation control. Yet there is one more layer that ties everything together: nutrient synergy. This means certain nutrients work best in combination rather than isolation. Your leg muscles depend on these partnerships to recover, regenerate, and resist breakdown, especially under metabolic or hormonal stress. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Muscles are constantly engaged in a delicate balance between building and breakdown, a process called muscle protein turnover. When the scales tip toward breakdown, muscle loss occurs even if you are eating well or exercising. The key to maintaining strong legs lies in giving your body the right cofactors, vitamins and minerals that enable enzymes, hormones, and signaling pathways to work together efficiently. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine an orchestra performing a complex symphony. Each musician represents a nutrient, and each instrument must be perfectly in tune. If one section is missing, say the strings or percussion, the entire performance feels incomplete. The same principle applies to your body's biochemistry. No single nutrient builds or maintains muscle alone. They function in harmony. What the research shows is that certain nutrient pairings dramatically enhance muscle health, insulin sensitivity, and recovery. For example, vitamin D and magnesium work together to regulate calcium balance and muscle contraction. Without magnesium, vitamin D cannot be properly activated, and without vitamin D, your muscles cannot effectively absorb calcium or generate power. Another crucial combination is potassium and antioxidants. Potassium supports nerve signaling and hydration within muscle cells, while antioxidants like vitamin C and polyphenols protect those cells from oxidative stress. When combined, they stabilize muscle function and reduce fatigue. Here are the practical strategies you can begin using immediately. Number 1, make sure you are meeting your daily magnesium needs. Magnesium-rich foods include pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, and avocados. Magnesium helps relax muscles, improve insulin function, and enhance energy metabolism in your legs. Number 2, pair magnesium with adequate vitamin D intake. Sunlight exposure is ideal, but you can also include foods like salmon, egg yolks, or fortified plant milks. This combination improves strength and coordination in your lower body. Number 3, incorporate potassium-rich foods such as bananas, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens. Potassium maintains the electrical balance in your muscles, preventing cramps and supporting hydration during physical activity. Number 4, consume vitamin C-rich foods daily. Citrus fruits, bell peppers, or kiwi. Vitamin C not only supports collagen formation in your tendons and ligaments, but also protects muscle tissue from oxidative damage. Number 5, combine these nutrients within the same meals whenever possible. For example, A spinach salad with avocado, salmon, and lemon dressing creates a powerful blend of magnesium, omega-3s, vitamin D, and vitamin C, all working synergistically to protect your legs from metabolic decline. This is how the body is designed to work, through balance and cooperation. When these nutrients interact, they optimize mitochondrial function, reduce oxidative stress, and keep your muscle fibers supple, strong, and responsive. If this explanation helps you see your health from a deeper perspective, consider subscribing. Each week, I share practical ways to strengthen your metabolism and extend your vitality naturally through food and lifestyle. Let us bring everything together. By now, you understand that weak legs are not simply a matter of age or inactivity. They are often an early warning sign of deeper metabolic decline. When your leg muscles weaken, your entire physiology begins to lose efficiency. Your metabolism slows down, insulin resistance develops, circulation suffers, and even your brain and heart begin to feel the strain. The good news is that you can reverse this process naturally and measurably through specific foods that support your body's root systems: circulation, muscle synthesis, inflammation control, and energy production. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Your legs contain some of the largest muscles in your body, and those muscles are metabolically demanding. They act as both a storage and an energy-burning organ. When they are strong, they help regulate blood sugar, stabilize hormones, and even lower the burden on your heart. When they weaken, everything from fat metabolism to mental clarity begins to decline. So, protecting your leg strength is not vanity. It is a cornerstone of longevity. Let us quickly recap the 6 nutritional foundations we discussed today. Number 1, leafy greens boost nitric oxide, improving circulation and oxygen delivery to your leg muscles. Number 2, high-quality proteins and amino acids, especially leucine, stimulate muscle growth and repair. Number 3, creatine acts like a rechargeable battery, replenishing cellular energy so your legs can stay strong and recover faster. Number 4, anti-inflammatory fats quiet the silent inflammation that erodes muscle strength and impairs endurance. Number 5, mitochondrial nutrients such as coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid, and polyphenols recharge the engines inside your muscle cells, allowing you to move with more energy and less fatigue. Number 6, nutrient synergies. Magnesium with vitamin D, potassium with antioxidants create the metabolic harmony that keeps your legs resilient under stress. Each of these foods targets a specific biological pathway, yet together they form a complete metabolic support system for your legs and your longevity. This is how your body is designed to work. When you supply it with the right information through food, it begins to rebuild itself naturally. Let me leave you with a simple challenge. Starting today, choose one of these changes and apply it consistently for the next 2 weeks. It could be adding a daily serving of leafy greens, eating a protein-rich breakfast, or introducing omega-3 fats into your diet. Pay attention to how your legs feel, how you move, how quickly you recover, and how stable your energy becomes. Your body will begin to respond faster than you think. And remember, these changes are not about quick fixes. They are about creating a biological environment where your muscles thrive, your metabolism strengthens, and your